Super happy with the way it's come out so far. Looking awesome. The wheel arches, and I just this whole side I did the front here and the back piece and the wheel arch, and it looks amazing. Can't tell at all. I mean, you see a little bit of shadowing, but that's just where my shitty spray technique, trying to figure out the how to spray the primer filler. There is a few spots where I need to work out a little better. I mean, there's a shit ton of primer on here, so I'm gonna block sand it and see how it looks. But like here, I don't know if you could see that or not. There's like sharp edges here, so I need to come in here and clean that up. I mean, but that's what I was looking for when I was primering this. I knew that once I put the primer on, it's going to show me all my final flaws that I need to take care of. And then when I go to paint it, you're not going to be able to see anything. It's going to look great as long as I do a good job with the spray. But here, I definitely need to clean this up. It just looks like crap. So I'll fix that area, a little bit here as well. There's just little shit here and there. Like this is all going to be covered by the weather stripping, but I still want it to look as good as possible. So I am going to block sand everything. And then after I'm done sanding it all down, then I'll go through and hit up everything that needs to be worked out and get it all cleaned up. On the other side, let's see here. On the other side, there's couple spots. There's like a little spot here that I didn't sand down good enough. You can kind of see like the little. It's basically the body filler that I didn't smooth out good enough. But I put a shit ton of body filler or primer filler on here, so I'm gonna block it out. See if I break through it or not. I mean, it doesn't matter. These spots, everything, I'm taking care of it, and then I'm gonna re-prime it. So now I can see every spot. I'm going to go through and mark it. I'm going to block sand it. I mean, there was a bunch up here that I took care of, and I did a good job. Here, I need to... I had the hang of it by the time I started fixing, the little imperfections up here. And this is where I started. And I probably put 3 or 4 different coats of filler on there, but it was because I was learning. So I was pretty much doing it wrong, but I had to find out somehow. So... that's how I found out. And now I got it down. I mean, I got these little pinholes here. So I definitely got to work this area. Fill in the pinholes. I mean, there's a couple pinholes here and there, but the filler filled in most of them. So when I block this down and spray it again, it should take care of the rest. I mean, this all looks great. It looks great up there. I fixed that too. I mean, it's not perfect by any means, but it's... nobody's going to be able to tell. I'll point it out and people may be able to see it then, but it's a non-factor at this point as far as I'm concerned. But looks great. I'm really happy so far. I did the full rockers and they look great. So, once I take care of the final little imperfections, it's going to be ready for spray. How did this false edge work? Oh, that worked great. Yeah, that worked really good. So I put this, and folded it back. I'm brand new to this, I'm sure I've told you guys this before, but I'm really brand new, and this was a technique that I seen guys use, where they put it up and then they fold the paper back to create a soft edge. So it's real easy to sand down and blend in, and you're goddamn right. I don't know if you can get in there, but you can't see any lip whatsoever there. So that looks great. So I'm gonna try to leave this on here. I know this is probably a bad idea because I'm gonna block sand everything. Then I'm gonna put my body filler in there, and I'm gonna spray my primer again and just leave it all covered so that way I don't have to go through this again, because this covering the vehicle took me quite a while because, you know, I'm brand new, so I suck at it. You know, once I've done it a few times, it'd be like anything else. I'll figure it out and get a you know, a program or whatever together that I can use, and it won't be an issue. I'll have it figured out. But I mean, it just looks great. I'm really happy, really happy. And then if you come here and look, you'll see no waves. Again, you can see the dark spots right there, and that's just where I like went really heavy. If you look, I mean, you could tell. Like I started going in just specific spots. I went a little more heavier, like right here specifically, because that's where I seen those little, you know, where you can see the sanding. So I'm gonna block that down until it's gone, and I'll block. You know, I'm blocking the whole thing, but the goal, or ideally, you block it down just to smooth it out and get it ready for your base paint and then your clear coat. But this area, I'm blocking it down until I get rid of these imperfections. Once I get rid of those imperfections, more than likely I'm going to bust through the primer, so I have to hit it with another couple coats. And then I got to take care of these little pinholes too. So I'll have to put some body filler or something in there, no big deal. But yeah, it looks great. And I did get in here really good on all the edges that are hidden, that you really don't I guess some people say it's a waste of time to do this, but if you want it done right and you don't want any basically weak spots, you know, if I didn't get all the way in here, then, you know, if I just went to the edge here, well, then that edge it's going to be a weak point, and it's going to be able to peel or lift or you know, it's just going to come back from here. By me painting all the way in on all the edges, it's just solid. The clear is going to come all the way over. Gives me a nice, you know, little bit of protection. It's like an what is it? A force field? I was going to say an invisible force field, but it's a visible clear coat protection is what it is. I mean, that's all paint really is. It's just to protect the metal, but nowadays it's really for the, you know, visual effects of it. But I'm really happy. I mean, that looks really great. So can't wait to sand it down and see what it all looks like. So hopefully tomorrow I'll get it all sanded and take care of, that's the worst by far, that crap right there. But get it all taken care of and get it back together, and maybe have a flawless paint job. We'll see, but either way, it's going to get done.